So it's been pretty exciting to anticipate what characters will be coming to King of Fighters 15, the newest installment in the KOF series. It's very exciting, but nobody really talks about the characters that they definitely cannot come back. So let's do that. Let's talk about the characters, in my opinion, that I just think are played out. It's time for them to just, take a back seat, give that slot to somebody else. And yeah, I just want to see them back, and yeah, please let the door hit you on the way out. I'll see you in KOF 18 or something like that, because we're not needed. So we'll go through them. But to start off with on the list, um, I think this one's going to really trigger people. Maxima, get him out of here. Maxima is just, for me, mundane, and he shouldn't be aesthetically, but it's just that big lug character that I just don't really like. It links to another character on this list, but we'll start off with Maxima. Um, yeah, he should be really cool, but he just, for me, just never brings anything. His personality just mundane and that. Like, if you side him with K Dash and Cooler, who he usually is sided with, um, it's just no competition. Those two characters are cool as hell. K Dash Cool is in on a level where cool is just not enough for this character. This is one of the coolest characters I've ever seen. I don't just mean like move sets and all that, like just personality, aesthetics. Like K Dash, you don't get. It'll be hard to get cooler than K Dash. Maxima, on the other hand, it's kind of like, for me, a sort of jet, sort of spike sort of thing. Like, so, obviously you don't need me to explain who represents each role in that comparison. If Maxima goes, it's not going to really do anything. Obviously, it's going to be like, well, what's he doing? While Cool and K Dash are getting it done, and not like, because they're like been a trio for so long. So, like, it's definitely probably not going to be a case where he doesn't come in. I just personally don't want him to come back, because uh, I never really found him very interesting. Moves are cool-ish. The chest beams alright and that, like, but yeah, just he's just like a. It's as if it's if a satellite became a human being, and that, like, it's just, for me, he just doesn't really do anything. Right, as an open Maxima, I do think he'll come back, but I don't think he should. Next, Banderas Hattori, a ninja. I believe he's Brazilian ninja or something like that. Uh, and his story is basically, he's studied ninjutsu possibly in his home country, but he wants to find a practitioner who uh, could teach him authentic ninjutsu, something to that degree. That is his story. Before I start on why I don't like him, first off, Hattori, I don't think so. Your name's not Hattori. Hattori, my rectum. Hattori, my bum bum. Hattori, my you know what, ass, because I'm not monetized yet, so it doesn't matter if I swear. Plus, I'm not swear, I'm talking about donkeys right now, so yeah, wink, wink. But Banderas, yeah, he is framed as a joke character, actually. Like, when King of Fighters 14, they would have these, like, equivalent to rival cutscenes in, like, Street Fighter 4, and I don't remember, each card had three, I don't remember the other two, but I definitely remember the one of them. It was interaction with Mai Shiranui, and just how he was coming across, it was just so creepy. He just was like begging her to teaching me jitsu, and she was just like, get away from me, you creep, and he was like, oh no, like either way, the more you push me away, the more you want me. And it's just a simp, just simping for my and that, like, and like, you know, Andy's just SMHing, you know, on the sidelines. It was just ridiculous. Like, aesthetically, hair's alright. I hate the Zorro mask, really. I think the suit is not bad, but the Zorro mask is just ridiculous and that, like. In terms of moveset, it's a very cool moveset. Like, he seems very strong, and actually, like, on the competitive level, he was a very strong character. But, like, in terms of, like, what he's doing in the world and that, like, and how he's moving, like, it's hard to respect that. So, now, this next one is somebody who wasn't in 14. They haven't been in the game for a long time. They haven't been there for a long time, but I don't want to ever see this character come in. Only under one circumstance, but I'll get to that. You know what? I don't even know her name. I have to look up her name. I don't even know her name. Just hang on. Shoji, Miyako, Hinako Shijo. That's it. Hinako Shijo. Now, yeah, so she is basically a probably Japanese young girl who is a practitioner of sumo, of all things. That sport with the you know, big people who push up against each other in a non-sexual way. They push up against each other and try and push each other out of a circle, and that's what she's doing. And for me, like, I think she, like, I was going to talk about personality. So I think she's like sort of polite, well-spoken young girl, and that, like, who just wants to, you know, show her sumo skills or something like that. And for me, it's very unique, definitely very unique. It makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense how she could be that petite and be doing sumo and just doing the moves. Like, you should see her, like, slap moves and that, like the 100 hand slap. She's got her version of that where she kind of moves forward a little bit. I can't remember anything else about it, and that, like, I just remember thinking, this just looks ridiculous, this looks stupid. Like, what's her name? Miyako, was it again? Hinako. Yeah, Hinako. Now, I said before, like, under certain circumstances, it would be good to have her back. If she was just, like, fat, if she just came back and she was enormous, like a real sumo, I think that'd be so cool, because you don't see that a lot. You don't see, like, a, like, overweight female character. Like, I'm not going to say that Rufus was, like, a refreshing character. Rufus was quite a grotesque sort of specimen to behold and that. Like, I did like the Tekken guy, Bob. Bob was cool. Bob was very cool. He's kind of the same sort of, like, formula as Rufus. It's just that Rufus was just a slob, you know what I mean? Like he just had horrible table manners, drooling all the time, and he talked like anything. He just could just talk like anything and that, like, you know what I mean? If Street Fighter was Talk Fighter, Rufus would be Bison of that game. And so we've had Hinako. It's like, yeah, Hinako, it would be real cool if she just came back and she was big. It was like a big sort of sumo, like, esque sort of build. And yeah, that would be so unique. Like, do something like that. The next one, this is gonna be a bad one. This might be even worse than Maxima, but I'm gonna say it because I just think this is kind of a duet as well. They shouldn't be because they were separated. I think they've been separated most of the time. They've been in games, but for me, Chang and Choi, get rid of them. No, I mean you don't have to eradicate them and kill them off or anything like that. But just I don't feel them. Like I never felt them. They're just like yeah, I don't really have like a reason. I just think like if they went in, nobody would care. You know, if they're in or not in, nobody cares. And that like, you know, if you have the roster decided for King of Fighters, like if SNK has that decided already, and Chang and Choi don't make the front lineup, nobody's gonna ask for them for DLC. Nobody. Like somebody will, but it's not gonna be like overwhelming or anything like that. Not like how people were asking for Poison, Street Fighter 4 or Elena. You know, it's not gonna be like that. So, with that said, just they're definitely expendable. I might not go too deep into this because I don't think they're bad characters. I just think like they're just so nothingy. There's just nothing really about them, and that like, and obviously they do have, you know, they do stand out in terms of aesthetics and that, like, and moveset as well. Like, you know, they're a bit cheats. They're both using weapons, but you know, Billy Cade, you know, so I can't really fault them too much on that. But with that said, it's still for me two characters that don't need to go, and yeah. I lump them in because I'm a bit of a Capcom Biz SNK 2 head and that, like, and they were a sort of duet in that game. So you know, but I know like in most games they are separated. They do their own thing. They just do their own thing. But for me, it's just both of them can go and that, like, so. For me, I've always pitted them together. I think they work better together, actually, in that. Like, they might be better together. I think the issue is I don't want them to take up an extra slot. If you're together, that's better, I guess. But separated, I just, like, I don't understand this. That leads me to the boss character, and you might have guessed it. It's very easy. If you think about, like, all the bosses throughout KOF, is so easy that, like, I think a bunch of people will agree with me. It's not even a big deal, actually, that this character doesn't come back or this boss doesn't come back. Do you know what? I've just come up with another one, but I don't think he definitely won't come back because it wouldn't make any sense. But I'll just mention him quickly at the end. But the main one, Clone Zero. Clone Zero, no. We don't need you, Clone Zero. Like, SNK knows we don't need you. That's why they made Original Zero, who was just like, it was basically the same moveset as Clone Zero. And why wouldn't it be that, you know, it's his clone, right? But Clone Zero was just like maybe at the time, because I didn't buy KOF 2000 where Clone Zero was the boss. I didn't buy it. I didn't play it rather in 2000. Like, I played it. I don't know when it came out. I'm guessing it came out in 2000. But if it did, I didn't play it then. I played it a few years later, maybe 2006 or something like that, or 7. But I think the creators must have said to themselves that we want to make this character better. I don't think there was any mention of Original Zero in 2000. But 2001 is when he came in, and to be honest, like, he was Original Zero was a better boss for me than Ignis, even though Ignis was way harder, and Ignis is the true boss. I always liked the Original Zero fight better. I like Original Zero's look better, but Original Zero. It might have been the issue that I just like this music. I really liked that music. It was like in some flying ship or something like that. The music, I just always remember it. It's so cool. Like, and it was a great fight. with Zero. I don't know if he's confirmed dead yet, actually, but like with this game and the story of King of Fighters 15 and everything that happened in 14, even if he is dead, he's probably going to come back. Zero was a very good one, and but if we go back to Clone Zero, he was just it's a downgrade. Obviously, he's the clone of Zero, so you know, I mean, they share a few moves from the moveset, but like there's other, I believe there's other things that Zero can do that Clone Zero can't do, and canonically, Clone Zero would serve Zero. So, with that said, it's just not a necessary addition. And it's not the most surprising either, but like for me, like it'd just be weird if we brought Clone Zero back. There's a bunch of bosses that could be brought back. Goenitz, Magaki, before Magaki, actually Mukai before Magaki, Psyche as well. Psyche was cool. Like I like Psyche, and there's so many more bosses. There's gotta be another one. A Rugal. What the hell? Rugal's coming back. Rugal is definitely coming back. Like, I'm sure Rugal's confirmed dead, but like Rugal will definitely come back. But the character I was talking about before, that I said, oh, he shouldn't come back either. Verse. Let's not have Verse back. I don't think Verse can come back because, spoiler by the way, like Verse is the reason why all this is happening with all these people coming back from the dead. So I don't think Verse can come back really. If he did, it would feel like everything would just be reversed or something like that. So Verse, yeah, I wouldn't want Verse to come back, but that's like that's just a little addition to the boss one. Like I wouldn't be bothered if he come back, but I don't know how it would make sense if he came back. But whatever. Boy thing is Clone Zero. He's not necessary. We keep him far away from 15. So that's it really. What do you guys think? Let me know, and thank you for listening. I look forward to hearing your entries and that, like. But until then, thanks for listening, and see you later.